braised lamb shanks. And of course I have to have my glass of wine. Now for those of you who have been following my urban life cooking videos, you'll see that I make all kinds of really nice different type dishes. French, sometimes Italian, and because I like interesting food, as I probably believe you do as well. So anyway, let me show you what we've got. We've got lamb shanks. Now, I got these at the lamb shank store, and they're really, really beautiful. And what we're going to do is, this recipe calls for, well, I'm going to use two lamb shanks in this particular recipe, but you can make more. So we're going to start out with the lamb shanks themselves. And what we're going to do, our first step, is we're going to season them with salt and pepper. Kosher salt and pepper. And if anybody knows anything about lamb, it's just, you know, it's a wonderful, wonderful meat, and it's really a pure meat, actually. They don't usually use a lot of, or any additives in lamb. It's a very pure meat. Look at these. These are beautiful, beautiful shanks. And our first step in this particular process, excuse me, is to season them well with salt and pepper. Now, I'm going to use some nice sea salt that I have right here. And I'm seasoning them really, really well, both sides, with salt. How are y'all doing tonight, by the way? I hope your night's going as well as mine. I love a rainy night, because rain is really, really invigorating, especially when you live in the desert. Alright, so step 2, pepper them, fresh ground pepper. Now, braising is a slow cooking of a meat, of any type of protein, and it's a wonderful way to cook something like lamb or short ribs, anything of that nature, because what it does, it slow cooks them and it makes them tender, really, really tender. And also, you can make a great big mess like this and you don't have to feel guilty about it. So anyway, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to do this, and next, well, I got you right here, I'm going to chop up some garlic. I got about 5 cloves of garlic right here. And I'm just preliminarily chopping them because I'm going to use them in the recipe. So, and you want to buy fresh as often as possible. Everything that you buy, everything that you eat, you should try to do it fresh, because it's so much more healthy that way, and it's, believe it or not, it's 10 times tastier that way as well. Alright, so our next step is I'm going to take you over to the stove, and we're going to roast these things. Well, not going to roast them. We're going to actually saute them in some olive oil to get them brown. So when we're browning that, that's our next step. All right, another drink of wine, and salute. You can't do nothing without wine. You know what I'm saying? Or beer. All right. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these things, and what we want to do is we want to basically brown them for 8 to 10 minutes on each side. And now, let's take a look at them. Oh my God, look at that. Beautiful. So I'm going to brown them for another 8 minutes, 10 minutes on the other side. Oh gosh, it looks great. Alright. Now, after this is done, I'll take you on to the next step. Okay, cool. Sip of my wine. I love doing this stuff because it smells so good and it's fun. Alright. See, don't those look really nice? And if you think it looks nice, you should smell them. Please. My next step is I'm going to add some other ingredients right now. I put 2 more tablespoons of olive oil into my pot, which is a liquoset Dutch oven. Great pot, believe me, cast iron. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tablespoon of tomato paste. And I'm going to add my garlic. I've also got a tablespoon of fresh thyme that I got from my garden. Look at this. This is all fresh, it's beautiful. It also calls for anchovies. Now, you can use the kind of anchovies that you get that are packed in oil, but I always like to use salt-packed anchovies because it gives a little bit of a better flavor. Look at these. They're fresh, they're from Italy. Most anchovies are. But I mean, these have got the fresh, beautiful ingredients to them. Maybe they smell like the sea and not like oil. And you just saute all this in here together until it gets a little bit of brown. It's about a minute maybe. Oh my goodness, you should smell this. This is it's amazing. Alright. Doesn't that look utterly delicious? It almost looks like a romesco sauce from Spain. Okay, my next step is I'm going to add, for this recipe, about a cup of dry vermouth. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to deglaze the pan a little bit. You can use dry white wine if you want, but personally I don't like to waste my white wine. I like to drink it. However, whatever is your proclivity, you can do. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm basically deglazing the pan. I'm going to reduce this wine down a little bit, let it cook up, and you can see how nice that looks. Very fragrant too, very aromatic. Okay. Alright, now we can see how this this wine is being reduced. I'm basically going to let it reduce for about 3 minutes until it's slightly reduced. And then I'm going to add about a cup of chicken stock. Now, you don't have to use chicken stock. You can use chicken broth, low sodium chicken broth, however you feel inclined to do. But I think the chicken stock is a better way of doing it. And maybe later on I'll make a video on how to make chicken stock. So, and now I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. Now these bay leaves came from the Bay of Naples, and I got them off the set of Baywatch. So, that's a stupid joke. Anyway, try to make things a little bit of levity here, you know what I'm saying? Alright, now, I am going to add my lamb shanks to this beautiful stuff, this broth. You know, I'm getting to be pretty good at this, doing this one-handed, cutting a video at the same time. Alright, so I'm going to let it braise in the oven, actually, at 350 degrees for about an hour and a half. And then I'm going to add some other really neat ingredients. So, there we go. That's basically step 1 of braised lamb shanks. A very sexy dish from the south of France.